This Q&A was brought to you by Harry's. Make sure you use code NYSL to try out their starter kit for just $3. What was the first thing that went through your mind when you won your first event? The first event I won was the Call of Duty World Championship in 2015, Advanced Warfare. It was definitely a good first event to win. Winning the World Championship is obviously a huge accomplishment. And for that to be your first event win, it was super, like, it was just crazy. I was so hyped. I was just really anxious to win my second one. I was like, I cannot just win one event. I have to win multiple events. So yeah, that was definitely my first thought, just making sure I win another event after that. How many LAN championships does the NYSL roster have together? So I have 5 major event wins. Accuracy has 3. Zuma has 5 or 6. I don't really know. It's one of the two. So either 13 or 14 combined. Mac and Temp are still looking for their first event wins. But hopefully we can do it this year when we get back to LAN at the World Championship at the end of the season. What was your favorite COD moment from the CWL or the CDL so far? I would probably have to say winning Season 1 playoffs in World War II was probably my favorite moment during the CWL. To win a whole season was just insane, and the way we did it, the loser bracket run we made was crazy. We were just clutching up in like 5 or 6 game 5s in the loser bracket, starting from loser bracket round 1. So the perseverance we showed and the clutches we did to win that was just something insane. How do you feel about living in New York City compared to the other places you lived? I lived in Texas and California so far, and now New York. California is where I grew up, so lived in a small town over there, and the perfect weather pretty much all the time. Comparing it to New York, I live like in the city, so city life is very different. So much going on, so many people around you, everything's open 24/7. And then when I lived in Texas, the weather was crazy over there. Nothing that I've ever experienced. It's so bipolar. It could be thunderstorming, raining, hailing 1 hour, the next hour it's sunny and 95 degrees and humid. I've lived in a couple really cool places, and I'm happy I've been able to experience living in different places and seeing different stuff, trying different foods, and seeing different landscapes just throughout gaming. Now, these weren't our softballs. You guys went hard on some of these. Now time to get into a segment we're calling Harry's Razor Sharp Questions. Or would you rather win champs 4 times, or would you rather win 30 events but never win champs? This is a tough one, but I would probably have to say win 4 world championships, just because that's what everyone talks about first. Like, their event wins are huge, but if you have 4 world championships, like, you're the GOAT. That's it. When you ran through that artillery on London docks in World War II, did you actually think it was going to work? He's talking about when I did the 1v3 versus Optic in the World War II Stage 1 finals. I was just kind of like, I gotta do it. It's just one of the situations where you're in a clutch. You gotta do the most unexpected thing that no one would expect. And no one expects people to run through some bombs, flank them, and get a free 2-piece because they were just not expecting it. I would not expect anyone to do that if I was them. It was just one of the situations where you just gotta make the crazy play. And when you're in a 1v3 or 1v4, there's no wrong play. They are supposed to win that clutch situation. You have to do the most craziest unexpected play you can to win it. And we were able to do that and clutch up and got the win. So that was definitely one of the craziest clutches of mine. What do you think your biggest flaw is as a player? Honestly, I would say probably trying to do too much, just really trying to do it all instead of just focusing on the simple, easy task I have to do. Because once you start getting into your head thinking you have to do too much, it can really throw you off in your game, and it can hurt your teammates if you do that as well. So ever since the time I've been competing, I've kind of realized that and try to make it so you don't really have to overthink things too much. A lot of the times, the thing you're thinking is going to be the right way to do it or the right way to play. But if you start asking yourself questions, guessing yourself, that's when you get a little sketchy. So really just focusing on what you have to do and getting it done. What has caused you to inspire others instead of just staying quiet like the rest of the league? I think he means by making content consistently, by doing Twitch, YouTube, all that stuff. So honestly, I just saw Nadeshot, Scum, Hex, the whole Optic team doing that. I was seeing FaZe, they were huge in Call of Duty, and then I joined their team. So I just started doing my content early on in around Call of Duty Ghost, pretty inconsistently, but I was still doing it nonetheless, which is very important. And I just kind of learned to make content and how important it is to build a brand, have a community of people that just want to support you, like you, whether you are a really good player, a really bad player, a funny player, whatever it may be. It's just important to build your own community. And I met so many cool people through doing content while still competing. So it was always awesome to get comments on your Twitch streams or your YouTube videos saying you inspired me to make my own content, because there's nothing bad that can come from it. It's only good. Why are you so handsome? Honestly, I got a couple pimples right here, and that's probably from all the ice cream, the tortilla chips, everything I've been eating. I gotta watch out for my diet. It's getting a little crazy, but yeah, no, I have to give a lot of credit to my mom for always telling me to wash my face 2 times a day, do what's it called, face masks, like make sure you're exfoliating and all this stuff to just really take care of your body and your hygiene. So shout out to my mom. What is your opinion on the Seattle Surge situation and Karma retiring? They are a team full of really good players. Their chemistry just might not be, like, they just might not mesh well together. It happens with some teams when they form. But they've all been very successful. They're all good people, all good players. So I think they can make it work. It's like you can have a whole bad first half of the season, but then you can turn up at the end. So as long as they just keep working hard, they can definitely make something out of it, because I know all those guys. They're all really good players. I believe in them, and they think they can do something special. And then also about Damon 3 rings, it's kind of crazy to see him retire, because you would see him on all the streams, every event, all this stuff. You would see Damon, like, he's a staple in the Call of Duty community on 2 of the God squads, Complexity and Optics. So it's kind of crazy to see him do that, but I know he's going to be successful whenever he does. He had a legendary career in Call of Duty, and whenever he goes, he's going to just absolutely kill it.